When you look at our above-grade waterproofing systems, it may be a little bit confusing. So there's an easy way to think about it. Good, better, and best. The good system is Protector Wrap. It's a complete system for sealing, air, and waterproofing windows, and it can be used with other building wraps. Entry system, very good. The next level up is Tyvek. Now that is a wall wrap and window system that's meant to work together. And the big upgrade is when you use those two pieces together, the window flashings and the wall, all of a sudden Tyvek gives you a 10-year labor and material warranty. Particularly good in California where there's 10-year builder defect liability. So builders feel great knowing they have the backing of DuPont, and we feel great offering the system because we sell a whole system and it works together. The next upgrade is up to the liquid applied membrane, and that's sold by Prosoco, and it is a paint-on liquid applied membrane that you coat the window openings and the walls. It's bulletproof, and when you're using a cladded siding or a shingled siding or a complex system that has lots of penetrations, the big upgrade is that all the penetrations, when they go through the Prosoco layer, they chemically bond to the Prosoco, maintain a complete waterproofing and air barrier. It's bulletproof. Wonderful system. The way to understand which system is most appropriate to your builder's needs is to ask questions about the project. Once you've decided, make sure they stay within a system. When you stay within a system, you have compatible materials and you have a full warranty. If the builder's need is complex and they're concerned about budget, you immediately want to start talking to them about the total cost of the siding system and the warranty. Builders are very concerned about the warranty and often don't know about the 10-year warranty. When you tell them that, they're quite willing to spend the extra $8 an opening for the Tyvek flashings to get the 10-year warranty. But it's the context that you give it to them in. When the builder has a complex siding system that's going to be expensive to install, they're quite willing to spend the extra money for Prosoco to get the reduced costs of going through the complexity of installing the siding system.
Dollar for dollar, the best value for an innovative system is Protector Wrap. Not only are we providing a complete systems approach that we have, but we're providing the time savings, we're providing the labor savings to put in either a window or a door flashing material, as well as having compatible sealant, as well as having compatible primer, whether it be a liquid primer like our water-based primer or it be our spray primer as well. We have a 10-year material warranty for all of our products. So what we did is we took a below-grade waterproofing technology that Protector Wrap has, and we go ahead and use this to bring down into that corner detail and that corner flashing. Now what you've done is you created a complete and positive monolithic seal in this corner. And then what you do at that point is you bring this material down, take your cut, and now you have a complete seal. Now at that point you can finish off your window, set it into place. We've also developed a flex tape for arch windows, and what this does is it flexes out along the window. So when you have your arch window in place, you can put this material on and you don't have to cut and paste pieces of material on there. It creates a complete system on the arch. You're just going to go ahead and put your window right into place. Now sometimes they like to wrap the opening inside as well with a peel and stick and then go ahead and flash on the outside. At that point, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take your different flashing materials that you have, whether it be a super stick product or whether it's going to be our 100% butyl material or whether it's going to be our asphalt hybrid material. You're going to go ahead and put the material on the sides first and then put your head flash on top of that. The super stick material is a block polymer material, block polymer adhesive. It also sticks in cold weather applications. It sticks on damp surfaces as well. It sticks on plywoods, OSB, Den's glass gold, any of those materials without a primer. That's saving the customer a lot of time and money in labor. The 100% butyl material, recycled butyl material that we have that's incorporated in our BT20 material is good for areas on the coast or what have you that will have direct sun on a constant basis on there, as well as cold applications. It has that, as well as the sealant compatibility. When you're dealing with 100% butyl material, you do not have leaching out of the asphalt. Because Protector Wrap peel and sticks have a consistent thickness to the material, you know what you're putting on. As opposed to liquid membranes, in a lot of cases, which you really don't know what you're getting without doing mill gauges and someone checking it on a constant basis.
Over 200-year-old company developed Tyvek about 35 years ago. The main purpose is to keep air and moisture out of the building. Since then, we've developed the Tyvek building envelope system. We have window flashings, we have roofing materials, so you're getting a full system on the building envelope that we warranty for 10 years, product and labor, backed by a 200-year-old company, DuPont. The benefits of using a system to keep the air and water out of the building, we get increased energy efficiency, and we also have better indoor air quality. Remember, a building fully sheathed 2,000 square foot house has about a half a mile of cracks. We also have penetration for plumbing, for electrical. We seal all those by wrapping the house with Tyvek. We tape all of our seams, and then we install our windows with our window flashing product, which is 100% butyl rubber, contains no asphalt whatsoever. The heart of our flashing system is our DuPont Flex Wrap. We make a sill pan, which is three-dimensional seamless sill pan. You can see how it flexes out here. There's no cutting involved. We put this on the sill. We now install our window. Remember, we want to drain everything to the exterior of the window. So any moisture that gets in, we want to have a forgiving system. How's that moisture going to get out? We're going to design the system where the moisture goes to the exterior of the building by putting in a sill pan. Now we're going to set the window. We're going to caulk three sides of the window. We don't want to caulk at the sill here because we want any moisture to escape to the exterior of the building. This is what we call a drainable flashing system. A lot of window manufacturers or a lot of installers install what we call a barricade system. They would seal the entire opening of the window and hope that it doesn't leak. If it does leak, any of that moisture is going to go to the inside of the building rather than to the exterior. If it goes on the inside, we can get mold, mildew, all kinds of problems. The DuPont building envelope system consists of house wrap for the exterior. As I mentioned, our sill pan, which is our DuPont Flex Wrap, consists of DuPont flashing tape to flash the jambs and the heads on windows. Consists of the DuPont residential sealant to seal the flange on the window. Also, DuPont door and window foam to seal the interior of the window. We also make a roofing product, a synthetic roof liner for the roof. We want to stress the importance of building with a system. Again, where we're using all compatible materials and warranting that system for 10 years, product and labor. So I'm more than happy to go out to any job site. We'll show them how the system works. So sell the system, 10-year product and labor warranty, job site assistance for your customers. With the home wrap, it has a perm rating of 55. Perm rating is the breathability of a material. Black paper has a perm rating of code minimum 5. So we know if any moisture gets behind this, the moisture vapor is going to breathe back out. We want to build a forgiving wall because we know moisture is going to get in there one way or the other, either by a window leaking or by a penetration. If we don't get that moisture out, then we're going to have a problem where we're going to have mold and mildew in the building. So breathability is a key issue.
Persoco has introduced a fluid-applied flashing system called R-Guard. We address all of the holes in the building. Any sort of through-wall penetration is where all the problems can and will happen.
The unique thing about fluids is they always fit.
I'm not putting primers on it. I'm not layering and measuring and cutting different components. I'm literally walk up to a window or door or other penetrations and I prep the surface and I coat it and I'm on to the next one.
Any laborer or skilled carpenter can put this in and do a fantastic job.
The installer's perspective is, can I do it fast? Can I do it? Is it repeatable? And does it not involve a lot of steps?
The system basically revolves around two components. There's a pink fiber reinforced joint and seam filler. There is also a red monolithic waterproofing membrane called Fast Flash. They work in unison, and this replaces your current peel and stick or self-adhered membranes.
We're asking this product to bond to aluminum. We're asking it to bond to vinyl, concrete, glass, wood, treated woods, and all the other materials that you would typically find within the building envelope. If the material bonds to itself to form a monolithic film, if it gets damaged or scraped, or if a substrate needed to be repaired during construction, or if something got changed, we can go right back over the substrate with the same material and it bonds to itself to become a monolithic film again. So one of the properties that we knew is of concern with liquid applied materials is measuring how much material you have on the substrate. We came up with a unique way to formulate the product. As soon as you couldn't see through it anymore, then you knew you had the correct thickness of material on the substrate.
The thickness of the materials vary depending on the type of material you're putting down first. The joint and seam filler, which is fiber reinforced again, needs to go down at approximately 35 mils. You really can't pull it any tighter than that. Once you have that slick over or cure over, depending on the temperature outside, normally it's going to be around a 30-minute skin over time. You can go ahead and put on the Fast Flash, which is going to go down anywhere from 12 to 15 mils, passes all the crack bridging tests. And when you're all said and done, you're going to have about 40 to 45 mils of material in the most critical part of the entire interface.
Vinyl, aluminum, wood, glass, concrete respond to heat differently. So it becomes very critical having a sealant material that will accommodate that movement. It had to self-seal fasteners. So the unique chemistry of the STPE allowed a fastener to penetrate through it, and because of its rubbery or flexible nature, it acted as a gasket. We left unreacted polymer in the mix after it was cured that would actually chemically bond to the metal fastener over a couple days after it was applied.
One of the keys to cladding assemblies and wall assemblies is really the wetting and drying cycles. Let's go get a product that can be waterproof, airproof, and in our opinion needs to be vapor permeable. We're just not smart enough to outguess Mother Nature.
These STPE resins can form a matrix that doesn't allow bulk water to go through it, but does allow the smaller particle of water vapor to travel through it quite readily. Time equals money on a construction project. So if we had something that we didn't have to wait for the substrate to dry, and we also could allow it to be rained on immediately, we knew that there would be money savings in there by maintaining the construction schedule.
Tom said this will bond in moist conditions. I thought, okay, this guy's on to something, so we better keep going.
The unique properties of the STPE resins allows it to be rained on as soon as it's applied. The schedule gets held up, or delivery of different components can get held up, and so we had to have enough UV exposure capability to allow the membrane to still perform even if it was exposed to direct sunlight for 6 months.
Using a system for above-grade waterproofing is critical to create successful wall cavities that won't have air infiltrating them and causing them to become wet and soggy over time. Using a system, like we just talked about, of an intelligent membrane that can breathe is critical to do that. Now, if you were to talk to my kids and point to a house that's being waterproofed with paper, they would say, "Paper, Daddy? You can't waterproof with paper."